just finished Ricochet #9.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to get this review done before the movie comes out on DVD. It'll be out on DVD and Blu-ray March 22nd. We are talking Hunger Games.
The Mockingjay Part 2.
The way we're going to do this review, we're going to talk non-spoilers first, give our score, and then delve into spoilers.
We thought it was a better way to organize things for people who wanted to watch a review without having to deal with spoilers.
I'm not sure I have a whole lot to mention non-spoiler for this movie.
Well, we both read the books. It's been a long time. So we both knew more or less what to expect. I think that depending on how the books are in general, for any given series, people who read the books are probably a little more judgmental
For sure.
of the movies.
At the same time, I've been overall really happy with what they've done with the series.
I think this time they weren't as strong in how they portrayed some things. It's hard without spoilers.
Let's not go too deep because
No. I think Jennifer Lawrence did a great job with her acting. I think all the actors were quite good.
I think the end of the movie was, well, not the very, very end, but overall the last segment of it was good.
I think it was just maybe the flow for me. Like, there were some things that were really anxiety or like action packed in the book for me that didn't seem quite right in the movie.
This should not have been 2 movies.
No, it should have been one movie.
This, we'll delve into it more, but so much is just waiting. Like, scenes are extra
Extra long, extra drawn out, yeah. There are scenes where they're exploring a particular area and you just watch them explore for a while and you're like, okay, like, let's see something new.
Overall, while I thought 3 movies was excessive for The Hobbit, at least it worked. This, to me, did not work. Mockingjay Part 1 worked.
Yeah, it's one of those cases where had they made a really action-packed one movie out of those 2, they wouldn't have made as much money, maybe, because that's like the point of having 2 movies. But they also wouldn't have spent as much money, so I don't know if one movie that was like amazingly awesome would have overshadowed one movie that was really good and this other movie that we're talking about now.
Before we hit scores, now let's do scores real quick.
Okay.
And then we'll talk recommendations.
Okay. Ready? I give it 7.5 J-Laws.
For me, a 6.5, which gives us an average score of 7.
Sure.
Personally, I would not recommend seeing this in theater. Wait, I love the series. If I had to watch it again, I want it. I would maybe, once it's on DVD, fast watch all of Part 1, fast forward to the end of Part 2, and call that a real movie. You?
Oh gosh, I'm not that harsh.
6.5. Like, this is only really, for me, what brings it up to a 6.5 is the rest of the series.
Well, to be honest, most of the things that I described, like, aren't a huge downfall, other than just like feeling like things went extra long in some areas, but like the end of it is left me feeling similarly to the end of the books, and then I was like, that's it? Like, I feel like the movie should have done a little more at the end. It's true to the book, but there's so much that they could have done that I'm sad they didn't do.
Real quick, before we jump into spoilers,
Yeah.
do you recommend someone finds a way to watch it in theaters or wait for the DVD?
It's pretty close now, isn't it? I mean,
Pretty close. I mean, you got 2 weeks, I think.
there's nothing wrong with watching it in theaters, but there are so many other awesome movies coming out soon, I would just save my money. But I'm not going to fast forward through it when I watch it. I'm going to watch all of them in a row.
Okay.
I get my multi-view going.
Let's talk spoilers.
Okay. Spoiler time. Da-da-da. Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
Oh. Thought you were going to sing for us.
No. Spoilers. Well, where to start?
From the very beginning, there were scenes that should not have even been there. There's scenes that work in a book.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole dancing scene and her talking to I can't remember the other girl's name right now, but
Joanna?
I think so maybe.
Or Prim, her sister?
No, not Prim. The one that was bald.
Joanna.
Yeah. Just, it didn't need to be there. There were just scenes that just, like that scene that just extended the movie.
Well, I think that scene was to help you. Like, she thought that she might not be coming back, and she wanted to take advantage of the time she could spend with Prim. And looking back, how...
But she wasn't spending that time with Prim. She was just standing off to the side.
Yeah, but she danced with Prim.
Eventually, and that could have been part of the main part of that scene. There was probably 5 minutes of build-up to that scene that was nothing.
I think that was her showing how she can't interact well with others. And...
Yeah, but it's like the whole first half of the movie is just scenes that go on for a minute or 2 minutes longer. Every single scene.
So what would you change?
I would have taken most of the first movie, cut out a lot of the scenes of the second movie, maybe had an extended version movie that ran a little bit longer, and called that a movie. There's so many good parts, but they're drowned out by, to talk more spoilers, the sewer scene. By the time it builds up to the climax of that scene, I don't care anymore. They've been wandering around there lackluster for so long. Just, and then even the combat of that scene is so slow until all of a sudden the director's like, we gotta speed this up. And then it takes the complete opposite effect to where that combat scene is just too fast.
Yeah, I don't even remember from the books. I was saying, like, the mutts, like, what are they? Like, are they aliens? Are they some creature that they've, like, genetically engineered? Like, I don't remember from the books, and it just seems really odd. Like, whatever they are in the movie, that's not what I imagined in my head. I was actually reading about the differences between the characters and in the books and the movie, and I forgot completely that PETA lost a leg.
I forgot that too.
And so of course, like, in the movie he still has all his appendages and everything, but yeah, I completely forgot. So there are definitely differences from the books. I won't go into tons more details, but I was just disappointed in a general way. Like, I felt like it could have been so much more.
To me, once they finally got to the Capitol, which is, I don't know, pretty much almost where the first movie left off. Once they finally got to the Capitol and above ground, it and a little bit before they went to the sewers, but it really started picking up. It really started becoming the movie that it should have been.
I also feel like they made it kind of questionable with Gale. So, like, I feel like in the book, there was no question of what he did in the end and how it affected everything. But in the movie, I was kind of like, well, she certainly thinks he did something, but, like, there wasn't enough emotion on either of their parts for me to think that he took responsibility or she completely gave him responsibility for that. I don't know, it's hard, it's weird, because, like, they have this, like, awesome relationship all their lives, and then she's just like, goodbye, Gale. It's, like, not what I would have expected. had she actually blamed him for her sister's death.
Which I think the book, if I remember correctly, did a better job of explaining her emotions.
Mm-hmm.
That of all the drowned out scenes that continue on crazy long with the movie,
Mm-hmm.
that scene is very short.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't go into how she's feeling or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the back end moves at a decent pace.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even a few scenes could have gone a little longer. But the front end is so convoluted.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Part of my score might be my disappointment,
Mm-hmm.
hoping more for it. I really like the series.
Mm.
It's not often I will plow through a book series. I like to read, but I kind of read on my own time. You know, I went right through this series.
It's true. But I don't think you'll be flying through the movies anytime soon.
Probably not. At least not this part two.
It's too bad.
It is. I really, really hope they don't end up making prequels that don't even involve the main characters.
Yeah, we'll see. It feels like a bit of a stretch, especially with how they ended the series. It should have been like the climax of everything.
Yeah. So, if you're a fan of the series, I recommend watching it. Maybe a rental, maybe wait for HBO, something like that. I liked seeing the series come to an end.
Mhm.
I liked the final part. But the movie left a lot to be desired for me.
I don't think it was as horrible as he did, but I don't think that it's necessary to go see it in theaters. I think it's okay to wait to rent it.
Cool. Make sure you check out Ricochet 9, and we will have Ricochet 10 up soon.